We're here with Hamish Anderson, who hails from Australia. What's it like, and when did you first actually decide you wanted to become a professional performer?
I started playing guitar when I was 12, and then yeah, for like years it was just like total obsession, and then I think kind of in the later teen years got more interested in like songwriting and singing. So then around like 17, 18, that was when like I really like then maybe thought I could actually try and do music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was in your native of Australia?
Yeah, in Melbourne, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what are the audiences like in Melbourne compared to here? Is it a different vibe?
It is a bit different. Yeah, Melbourne's like very, out of everywhere in Australia, it's probably the biggest place for live music. So it's the type of place where like everywhere has live music, and there's
Right.
so much live music all the time, which I suppose is probably similar to here where there's so much live music. But like, yeah, I don't know, Melbourne, it's just very much music-based city, which I'm
Mhm.
sure is probably similar to New York.
You had a show last night, right? How did
Yeah,
that go?
that was really good, and it was really. I think in Melbourne maybe it's a bit more like audiences maybe a bit more like rowdy,
Mhm.
and like sometimes they can be maybe a bit more talkative. But last night, like when we played songs, it was like dead silence, and like which was really nice.
Yeah,
Really
because you feel like they're listening.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like because you obviously like in a bar and stuff, you expect other people to be doing things, but like yeah, it was just refreshing and nice.
Now, you're only here for a short time in New York, right?
Mhm.
What have you been doing while you've been here?
I've been hanging out in like Soho a lot, and got some friends living over here, seeing them, and then like yesterday went into like Times Square,
Mhm.
Fifth Avenue type thing. So
That was probably real fun, right?
yeah, it was pretty full on. Like I don't think I could go there like too much because there's just so many people and like so much going on, which is just like too full on for me. But like yeah, lots of really nice parts around New York. I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you move here permanently?
I would
Imagine.
love to if I had the money and I
Yeah.
could like come over here permanently. I would yeah really like to.
Okay, you heard that, all you Hamish
Yeah.
Anderson fans. He needs money to get over here full time, so keep buying that EP. Talk a little bit about your EP and you know what kind of music is on there and
Hmm.
what led you to that genre first.
Yeah, I think like the thing that got me into guitar was like bands like the Beatles and like the Rolling Stones, that type of stuff. And then I got like really interested in like who influenced them.
Mhm.
So I got like really into like old blues and folk and stuff. And so like yeah, I think like just the main musical styles I love really are like rock, blues and folk. So it's like when it came time to do the EP as well, I really enjoy a lot of like acoustic kind of folk music, and then also a lot of like more rock kind of band music.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to do like a mixture of the two, and like to me it's just interesting with an EP or an album or whatever that it has like each song is its own thing, and there's a lot of range because like there's some great albums that are like all just like you know acoustic songs or this and that, but like the albums I really love, like the White Album of the Beatles or like Exile on Main Street or something, it's like every song is just, you know, can be one thing and yeah, totally different, which I really wanted to do with my EP.
Since they're your main inspirations, it seems like, is it nerve-wracking for you because you're doing all the singing, or do you like that?
I think I'm just used to it now because it was like, yeah, I just kind of fell into singing because no one else like
Was as talented
yeah,
as you?
oh no, it wasn't.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it was so hard like early on to find a singer, so I just decided that you know someone's going to do it. But like yeah, I really love singing now. It's just very much getting into things like harmonies and you know melodies and stuff. So yeah, singing's really fun.
What's your favorite song to sing off the EP?
Off the EP, oh man, it's hard. It changes like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the last track on it, Winter, probably is pretty like special to me because that was like I wrote that. That was like one of the first songs ever I wrote that I was like really happy with. Like before I even knew I would ever do an EP or anything. So kind of always sticks out.
Do you, during your shows, get pumped more with the energy where you said it was different in Australia where they were real rowdy?
Mhm.
Or do you, does having calm and having not peaceful, but
Mhm.
obviously they were really focused on your work, which do you prefer? I mean, obviously you want to perform anywhere, but
Mm.
is there one that is, for you, do you feel more connected to people who are just sitting there admiring your music and listening to it, or people who are so into it that they're jumping around like crazy?
I think like almost a mixture of the two is nice.
Yeah.
Having like, you know, not so it's so full on that like you can't, you know, it feels like you're just trying to play over like another wall of sound.
Right.
And then sometimes when it's like too quiet, it can be like you think you suck because it's like there's no reaction going on. So like a mixture of the two is
Like,
nice. Yeah.
is anybody here listening? Are you all awake?
No, it's nice to have in between is nice.
How long are you here in the city for?
In New York until Sunday, and then we're going over to LA to do like another showcase type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? You gonna do more sightseeing, or are you more press?
Yeah, today's our press, and then I think I have a few days to kind of just go shopping and have a look around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your like personal style? Does it match your music, or do you have obviously bracelets? You like bracelets?
Yeah, I do. And I need to get some new bracelets and stuff, and yeah, I bought the jacket yesterday, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Like New York is just crazy how much
Oh, yeah.
stuff there is, and like, yeah, stuff you wouldn't be able to find in
You
Australia.
can definitely get bracelets in New York.
Yeah,
or
no, it's cool.
Down in the village and
Yeah,
other
exactly.
places. What is next for you besides going to California? Like in the bigger picture, what do you see?
We're doing a whole bunch of kind of shows when I get back to Australia, so that, and then I'm hoping probably be towards like the first half of next year. I want to put out another EP worth of material.
Yeah.
So I've already like started recording some of that, and when I get back to Australia, I want to go away and record a little bit more, just to kind of finalize everything. And yeah, really excited just to get some new songs like for myself out.
Yeah, when you do that, like when you record a new song, like for a second EP, does it make you kind of miss the songs that you did on the first EP, or do you try and do something completely different? How do you work?
I think it's always good to try and like not just do the same things you've done, but at the same time like you don't want to like go crazy and like, you know.
Yeah,
have
it's
a
like you want to
totally-
stick to your roots, but
Exactly,
not
yeah.
carbon copy.
I think it's kind of like, especially after doing your first type of thing, you maybe start to have more of a picture of what like your sound is and what things, like, you know, you get interest, like harmonies and stuff I didn't really think about as much on the first EP, but now it's like a big part. So it's just taking all the things you learned from it and just expanding on the sound and like having more of an idea of what your sound is kind of, which is cool. And then it's fun just like being able to like experiment with different things, like putting different, you know, things you would have never thought about maybe putting on your first type of songs, you know, putting them on your second thing, instruments and stuff.
Now, since you're in New York, did you do the New York pizza experience? Is there anything that you're dying to do while you're here besides sightseeing? Is there any?
We went to Shake Shack yesterday, which is in like Times Square, which was pretty.
And you're awake today for that?
Yeah,
Not sick. Good.
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah, I
Did
heard
you have
good
to
things.
wait in line?
We did have to wait in line. It took ages to get a table, but like, yeah, it was. My keyboardist, he'd been here before and been there, and he was like saying it was like he would go on about it like all the time.
Yeah.
So it was good that it like lived up to expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always got a line there.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Do you get recognized when you're here in the States?
No.
No?
No one knows me. Yeah.
Don't say that.
No.
No one knows you. They just don't recognize. I mean, do you get recognized in Australia when you're there?
The nicest thing is just like sometimes like when you play shows and there's just like people who you don't know that just afterwards come up and, you know, say they really like the music and stuff. That's really cool.
That's the gratification.
Exactly,
you're
yeah.
looking for anyway. As
Exactly,
long as
yeah.
you're, you know, happy with your music and
Yeah.
and the fans really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the
That's
nicest
really all
thing.
you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, why don't you talk a little bit in terms of advice you would give to somebody who is just starting in the industry? You know, you're relatively new as well.
I think the thing that like I've tried to do, and as like the people that I've worked with and stuff always say, is it's like so cliche, but you just got to do what you want to do and not try and, you know, because people can tell when something's fake and something's not honest and stuff.
Yeah.
So just like making the music that you really like, it will come out genuine, and not trying to, you know, like, I mean, I know there's a place for that and stuff, but like I just wrote the type of songs that I would have liked to have heard, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the it's really kind of like sometimes as simple as that, really.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
To do it, you know, you're emulating some of your
Yeah.
people, and one day down the line, people will be emulating your style of music.
Yeah, maybe.
So that'll be no maybes. What? Come on, it's all positive. So thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Wish you the best of luck on your journey
Yeah, thanks very
to
much.
LA.
Yeah.
And it was great to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.